Hello and welcome to the amazing polar world of Poseidon Expeditions. You might have traveled with us before, you might have heard about us before, or you might also work with us. However, the question might arise, who are we, or what is Poseidon Expeditions? Poseidon Expeditions is a privately owned company that was founded in 1999, specialized in the logistics and the operation of expedition cruises all around the world, but especially to the polar regions, hard and remote to reach. Poseidon Expeditions is a global company, internationally working with offices and representatives on all the continents, and we have a multilingual and international team of experts. We are not managers, we are field people. We are passionate about the work that we do, that we offer, that we create for our passengers, and we have two different products. One of them is the nuclear-powered icebreaker, the 50 Years of Victory, taking our passengers to the geographic North Pole, a unique experience. And the other ship that we are offering and that we are operating is a super mega yacht for 114 passengers called the Sea Spirit. We travel with the Sea Spirit to remote islands of the Russian archipelago of Franz Josef Land. We also go to Svalbard, Norway. We go to Iceland and to Greenland. And in the southern hemisphere, we take our passengers to the amazing seventh white continent, Antarctica. Why to travel with Poseidon Expeditions?
The polar cruise industry has two really great organizations that provide oversight and guidance for the small cruise and expedition ship operators that go there. For Antarctica, that's IATO, the International Association of Antarctica Tour Operators. I had the pleasure of being executive director of that organization for 5 years, and it's given me a great perspective on what we need to do at Poseidon Expeditions to make sure that we're good stewards of this destination, that we're responsible, that we provide good guidance to our guests while they're ashore, following best practices. And as IATO provides oversight in Antarctica, AECO provides the same sort of oversight and guidance in the Arctic environment. It's a very strong organization, and we're very happy to be part of that and subscribe to the guidelines. We're involved in committees and very much looking forward to being a strong member of AECO in the years ahead.
If you are traveling with Poseidon Expeditions, you have a very experienced expedition team along. We have, of course, one expedition leader. There's usually one assistant that is in charge of basically daily programs, putting things together, making everything run smoothly as well. Then we have a team of experts. The team of experts are coming from all over the world. As I mentioned, as our guests, our team is international. We speak many languages. The team depends on the area that we are going to make sure that we have the specialist for this area on your trip. We have, for example, on all trips, biologists. Usually there's geologists. We know that many people are very interested in birds when you're coming to the polar area, so ornithologists are very often in high demand on the outside decks as well for bird watching. There are historians, glaciologists, and maybe some also other special lecturers are coming along as well. The lecturers are also going to be the drivers of your boat. That means at the same time as we are giving you a beautiful panoramic tour, you are actually having a lecture at the same time, if you want. But at least we can explain where is the ice coming from, why are the colors the way they are. Maybe we can take a piece of ice out and we can look at the air bubbles that are trapped in the ice. So it's really a hand-on lecture that we also can give you as part of the experience. We are not only going to drive you. Of course, you are not only going to be left alone on a landing site when you're in Svalbard or somewhere else, but we are going to be there with you as well. We are going to guide you. Maybe we can offer a walk. We are a small ship, that is a big advantage. So if you have some people that like stronger hikes, we can accommodate to you. Some people like to take it a bit more relaxed, more into the photography section maybe. We can find an activity for you.
One of the best things about expedition cruising is the size of the ships. And ideally, you want to be on a ship of about 100 passengers. There are regulations in Antarctica that make this advantageous. You have opportunities to go to more landing sites, for example. More people can be ashore for the length of the time that the ship is there at the landing site. So there's lots of advantages, as well as a camaraderie that's fostered among the passengers on a small ship, like the Sea Spirit.
We are also doing other activities, so it's not only the hiking maybe or going ashore, but did you ever think about kayaking? I mean, kayaking somebody hears about, you hear it from most Inuit cultures that they have that, but you can also go kayaking, and it is a fantastic program. The main thing is really that, and that makes Poseidon in my mind and with my experience different, is that the kayak program is specially designed, which means that you are not just coming on board, figure out, oh, there's kayaking, and then you sign up. It's very different. With Poseidon, you are going to sign up before you actually come on the ship. That means our kayak coordinator is going to be in touch with the client before actually you are coming to the ship to make sure that you have the experience, that you have been sitting, that you have kayaked before. Because kayaking in the Mediterranean and kayaking in the polar regions, it's quite a different thing. And of course we want to make sure that everybody is more or less on a level, but of course you always have to have the safety issue in the back of your mind, and therefore we have decided to make a very strong kayak program and a very safe kayak program. The other activity that you might want to join is camping. I know people pay a lot of money to sleep in the cabin, and it's a nice ship. And it's very comfortable, it's very warm, it's very cozy, but everybody has read the stories about Shackleton. You read the stories maybe in the north about Nansen, about Amundsen, all the explorers. Some of them slept in the ships, but most of them, they camped at some point. And you can be also in that league and maybe camp for one night, which is most of the time efficient actually, and have a great experience.
In 2015, Poseidon Expeditions was the first company who was able to go the direct way from Svalbard to the islands of Franz Josef Land.
Who are our passengers and why do people travel to the polar regions? Well, we have passengers from all over the world, from the US, Canada, Latin America, Europe, also Russia, and Australia, Asia. So we have a very big melting pot on board, international passengers from all over the world. They are well traveled, they have been all over the places, and now they figure out that they want to go to the most remote places on the planet. However, we also have newcomers, beginners, never been on a ship before, and they wanted since ages to go and explore the regions of the polar worlds, both the Arctic and Antarctica. So it's a good mix of passengers. They are very interested in nature. They bring cameras, bigger ones, smaller ones. They bring a lot of enthusiasm and spirit of adventure with them, and they want to see these beautiful areas of the polar regions.
The attraction of the polar regions is not only the flora and fauna, which is quite special, of course, and the special formation of landscapes. When you like to go to the polar regions, you're looking for something special and out of the ordinary. You're looking for silence, special nature, emptiness, and from time to time as well for a kind of adventure. If you would ask me what is my favorite place in the Arctic, then I must say actually it's Greenland. Greenland is the biggest island in the world. The west coast is different to the east coast. We have nature and culture on the west coast. We have huge mountains and unbelievable landscape on the east coast. Only a special time in the season, late in the summer, then we are able, maybe with luck of course, we can see the northern lights. If you're asking me about Svalbard, I like to tell you that's the best place for expedition beginners. Actually, all expedition cruise beginners or Arctic beginners want to see polar bears. And Svalbard is the best place to see polar bears.
Americans have been traveling to Antarctica for more than 20 years now, but the Arctic is really an exciting new destination for many Arctic travelers who have enjoyed polar cruising but want to really see something different. So Greenland, Iceland, Svalbard, Spitsbergen, Franz Josef Land, these offer excellent opportunities for the American traveler who likes expedition cruising, who likes polar cruising. I think when travelers return from the polar environments, whether it's Antarctica or the Arctic, they have not only a sense of wonder of seeing the amazing wildlife and geographic formations of these polar environments, but also a sense of responsibility that we really have a mission to protect this for our children and our grandchildren in the years ahead. I think for most of us, for many of us, life has become quite complicated. The world's become very small, very fast. We're dealing with colleagues, family, and friends on the other side of the world. We're dealing with globalization, the internet, instant communications, mobile phones, social media. And sometimes we need to get away from this. Sometimes we need to go to a place that's pristine, remote, without all of the noise, complications, and traffic. You should come to the amazing world of Poseidon Expeditions.
And we hope that one day we can welcome you to the amazing polar world of Poseidon Expeditions.
So ladies and gentlemen, dear colleagues, if you're interested to traveling with us, we welcome you with Poseidon Expeditions.